Jesus is on the outside. It's amazed that he's not offended to the point of just backing off, but he's at the door knocking. He's wanting in. And then here's something that amazes me. Is God the Father said, that rich, lukewarm church makes me sick. Now, G. Campbell Morgan said this about lukewarmness. He said, lukewarmness is the worst form of blasphemy there is. For it says, God, I know you exist, but you don't excite me anymore. God himself said, I'd rather you be cold or be hot. Because lukewarmness says, I know you're there, but it's not a big deal. God, help us. And Joe Parsons said we breathe in the very atmosphere of lukewarmness in this hour. It fills our spiritual lungs. It fills our spiritual cells. It fills our spiritual head and our spiritual heart. And we're all of us eat up with lukewarmness, me and you and all of us. We need to cough it up and choke it out. And somebody get back to where they're in love with Jesus until it seems like Calvary was yesterday and the second coming's in the morning. Brother Gunn, a good gray-haired friend of mine, that gave that definition to being filled with the Holy Ghost. He said, when you're filled with the Holy Ghost, Calvary seems like it was yesterday and the second coming's in the morning and nothing else matters. He stands at the door knocking. What in the world you doing in there without him? What are you doing without him? Well, honey, I can take you to churches all across the country where they're having church and he ain't been in there in decades. Y'all help me right there. I come in here and I'm an open-minded fella. Boy, I misjudged y'all last time I was here. I come in and sat over there. A little while, Brother Waldrop come in. He sat down here. And somebody whispered to me, that's the pastor. I said, well, he looks depressed. He's sitting down here. He just said, kind of like right there, except he's smiling right now. I said, yep. Big old First Baptist Church, and the pastor's down there, formal and grumpy. Look at him. And I was a Pharisee for about 5 minutes. I wasn't worked up about it, but I just said, yeah, this is going to be typical. And then somebody hit the piano keys. And the first song y'all sang was When He Walks Among Us. And somebody back here hollered, and somebody over here cried, and 4 people stood up, waved both hands. And then Jesus moved in on top of us like a bulldozer. And I apologize to the Lord for acting stupid one more time. And this really happened. I looked down at Brother Waldrop, and that grumpy old formal First Baptist pastor had tears dripping off his chins. And he's leaned forward and had a hand like this. And I said, boy, I'm never checking with myself again on anything. I don't have any judgment. That's a good sign. When you can't preach your message and the Lord starts preaching his, that's always a good sign. He hijacks most of my sermons. And they're wonderful. Nobody's ever heard them. They may not be all that great. Now, leave me alone. And that little click, 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 and what the computer has opened up, honey, to this generation, you understand. Because iniquities abound, the love of many is waxed cold. What if God walked in here with an old-time Holy Ghost, fire-breathed, blood of Calvary dripping, life-changing revival of the power of God? I can't make that happen. I'm not interested in trying. Without me, you can't do nothing. He's got to come by and help us, but I think he wants to. I really do.